Hi everyone and welcome. Hello from my office for your Monday message. Today was a really cool day for Yoga for First Responders. We had a little story put out by us from Now This, a social media platform for kind of cool human interest stories and news. So it was really good that we got featured on there. And because of that, we have had some wonderful messages and follows, and really by far really great feedback from that. And what's so great about the media that we've been getting lately is it spreads the word to more first responders that this is a viable tool for them. So it helps us spread our mission and give more opportunities to our teachers to teach and more opportunities for our first responders to get this tool. So we are very grateful for that. And I also want to be very transparent with my YFFR our family as well, and everyone who supports me and Yoga for First Responders, that when this first came out, because it had a very large audience, is a feeling of kind of dread that I had in my gut, in my belly, along with the appreciation part of it. And this was probably the second or third, largest media sharing we've had. We had a great article from police1.com that was shared and got a lot of play on that, and another article from Good News Network. So I had to think about why is my stomach kind of churning with this media that was put out about Yoga for First Responders? And I realized immediately what it was, is that just the nature of humans and nature of the world is that even the most wonderful acts, wonderful people out there, wonderful organizations or stories are going to get some haters, are going to get some negative comments. I mean, I look on some YouTube videos of the Dalai Lama and you'll see the thumbs down sign, right? Which is unbelievable. And I know that in the past, when that Police One article was shared and there was a couple, trolly comments, it didn't make me feel good, because this is something I love. This is my mission. It's the mission of a lot of people, and it's a passion. It's a positive thing in a lot of our lives. So seeing those comments didn't feel good. And I made it a practice to not look at those comments, right? Which is a good thing to do, because a lot of them are not worth it. If there's some real feedback, I would hope someone would contact us directly. So I think a good practice is to not look at those comments or look at the likes or dislikes or whatever, because it's not effective, it's not helpful. So definitely not doing that, just enjoying all the positive shares. And it doesn't mean we're avoiding critical feedback. We use feedback and we use revisions all the time to keep making Yoga for First Responders better and better and better. We love feedback. We love being better. But you guys know what I mean. It's the unnecessary, unkind statements. So there are two things I thought of. One is to, just in terms of social media, don't look at the comments. The other thing, though, is this isn't just isolated for social media. There can be difficult people out there who say the wrong thing at the wrong time to you. And we always have to remember it's not about you. It's something about them, right? But it still doesn't make it not hurt. So what can we do? We can't control other people. And we shouldn't try. We shouldn't try to teach people a lesson. Correct wrongs for sure. But what we can control is ourselves. We can control the light that we put out there. So when someone says something unkind to you, or you see an unkind comment on social media, instead of reacting to that, how can you change it and transform it and be an example out there? This reminds me specifically, I think of this often. Paul Butler, who is a well-known law enforcement keynote speaker, wonderful speaker with a wonderful message. So look him up, Paul Butler. He said in one of his, and he's a big supporter of Yoga for First Responders, by the way. We adore him. And he said something in a presentation one time, and he said it specifically when approaching leadership. But this, I think, could be applied for everybody. He said you have to be aware of your tone, your timing, and your intention. Your tone when speaking to a leader, I think anybody speaking to someone, being aware of your tone, being aware of timing. Is this the right time to approach someone or to reply to someone? And I'll tell you right now, my advice for everybody is if you get an email or a social media comment that upsets you, to not comment back right away. Watch the timing for yourself and the timing to comment. And then intention. What is the reason you're saying something? Ask yourself, am I saying something? And this is what we wish other people would do, right? Before they just write those comments, because anyone can sit behind a keyboard and just go to town. So if we can't, we wish other people could, so we can apply it to ourselves. So the intention of why am I saying this? I mean, realistically, do I want to comment back to feel better about myself, to make them not feel good, to embarrass them publicly on social media? Do I need to comment right now? Is it going to serve a bigger purpose, or is it serving my ego? Tone. Again, number one, is my tone respectful? Is it kind, or is it snarky? Timing. Is this the right time, or should I bring this up maybe later when everyone's calmed down, or when this person has the time and space to hear me, or I have the time and space to approach it calmly? And then intention. What's the purpose of this? So if you think that to yourself before you make a comment, whether it is verbally to someone on social media or any other means, you can feel better about yourself and what you're putting out there in the world. I don't think anyone writes a snarky comment and says, yeah, I feel great about myself and who I am as a person. So we can't control other people, but we can decide how we mindfully respond to things. So in the face of some wonderful visibility Yoga for First Responders is getting, maybe you're seeing comments too. I don't know if they're out there for this particular video. Again, I've kept myself from looking. But if you ever see that about something you care about, including Yoga for First Responders, you're representing Yoga for First Responders as part of our family. Even if you're a supporter or a teacher or an ambassador or part of our executive team or board of directors, you're representing us. So let's be above the fray, and let's notice our tone, our timing, and our intention when we approach everybody and anybody, even those challenging people in life. And I think that's a way that we can take the negativity and turn it into something good. So that's my call to action and my challenge for you, and I'm going to be doing the same thing. So thanks, continue to share everything. We're getting the word out there. We're changing the game. We're changing the face of training for public safety. So we have the most elite responders out there thriving in their lives. Thanks everyone, have a great week.